How's it going, everybody? My name's Biffy. A little bit of a serious video. First off, I'm not qualified to give advice, tips, help, or anything like that. But I do feel like I should say something because I've dealt with this for a little bit. Just to do some part, I feel like I should talk about suicide and suicide prevention. It's like becoming an epidemic almost. And I just kind of thought I'd talk about it a little bit. In the last 3 years, I've lost more than a couple. I've lost a lot of friends due to suicide. Whether it's an unknown reason or it was an accident, because an accidental suicide happens. And I don't want to go into detail about these things because their families probably don't want this on the internet. But it's more like something accidentally happens. But anyways. Things like this happen around you, and sometimes it may not even be a close friend, or it may not even be somebody you know, but to the human brain, it kind of shakes you up a little bit because you think, wow, that I kind of knew that person. I remember seeing them, but these were all my friends that I either knew like very, very closely, that I used to know, or that I just used to pass by in school or something. I've always felt bad because it's like if I could have talked to that person and told them, everything's gonna be fine. If I can help you, if there's anything I can do, if you need me to take you somewhere, if there's something that I can do for you, just let me know. And sometimes it's not that easy because, I've been in a place before where that felt like a viable option. And it was a really, really bad place. It was when I was in the military, and I was just being publicly humiliated all the time because I was quitting the military, and people were telling me I was turning my back on my country and I was worthless and I was just going to be part of the rest of the scum and the lower half or what. It was a lot of things that made me feel really, really bad every single day, and they were depriving me of sleep by putting me on midnight shift, and then after I get off of that shift, a few hours later, they'd put me on another 12-hour day shift of doing CQ, which is just like reception work for them. And that kind of emotional and mental stress and sleep deprivation kind of gets to you, and it can lead you to think bad things. And I felt all alone. I was dealing with all these problems, and at the time, I still had those mechanics in my mind where I could think, okay, I need to just sit down. I need to go at least smoke a cigarette or something, and take some time to get away from everything and just relax whenever I could get a minute. And at the time, I was able to do that. But some people, when they get to that part, and sometimes you don't even see that in public. It only happens when they're at home alone. And they get to that point and nothing else in their mind seems like it's going to help. So always be open to the people around you about how they're acting. And, if somebody looks like they need help, I mean, what's the worst that could happen if you go over and say, hey, you need anything? You doing all right today? What's up? Because, what's the worst they can do? Just tell you, fuck off? Other than just checking on somebody, I think that's a pretty, okay thing. Anyways, I was looking on the internet earlier, and I'd seen, there's 94 completed suicides every day. And I can confirm that working in the hospital, I see, at least attempts all the time. And you hear about it in the news. You hear about it from people that and it's a growing thing that happens. And some people think, oh, they're just doing that for attention, or they're just they don't care about their life. They're just a waste anyways. That's not always true, and it's never true. Actually, there's never such thing as a waste of a human life. And, I think we should all just work on being nice to each other. I know this video is, speaking to only a few people, but I just feel like I I really need to say some of these things because it's happened to so many of my friends. If I can at least help one person, I'd feel great. I don't know. I just kind of thought I'd get on here and talk about it a little bit, and just be careful of the things you say to people, because sometimes you don't know what certain people are going through, and then they take what you said home with them and whatever anybody else said to them. They think about that. Certain people process things differently, and you know, what you say might cut deeper than what you think. And you know, just be aware of, you know, how somebody's acting. If they're acting a little different, then try to help them somehow. In the description, I'm going to post several different links and phone numbers and things that you can do. There's one that I tried out earlier. I tried this out earlier just because I wanted to make sure it was legit before I posted it, because this seems like the most viable thing that I think somebody would try if they were actually looking for help. Because talking to somebody over their phone, or actually going to a clinic to see somebody, that it's embarrassing to like want to have to find help, and sometimes people aren't willing to do that. But this is really simple. You can text this number, and then somebody will get with you, and it's like you can text them, and they're really, really nice people. I talked to a lady earlier, her name was Jessica, and they're not robots, they're actually real people, and they respond to you within 5 minutes, and they'll help you out with anything. They can direct you to the proper help that you need, or they can help just be somebody nice to talk to. And if you're with Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, I think T-Mobile, they waive all the fees for that, is what they said on their website. You can just talk to this person. You can be any age. There's no restrictions of any kind. If you're having a bad day and you feel like if you need to talk to somebody and you can't afford to see a doctor, or you don't feel like going out in public and being seen in a clinic like that because it would just embarrass you, or however you feel, this is a really good way to connect to somebody and actually get to talk to somebody that's going to help you, who's trained in this kind of, you know, emotional healing. You can just text connect to 741-741. Put that down in the description in case you missed it. And it's really cool. I verified it with myself. I talked to Jessica. She was really cool, and she was, you know, happy that I was promoting the website, because it's a really useful tool that helps and saves a lot of people every day. I know this is a little bit different than most of the videos that I normally do, where I'm cussing and screaming and saying, you know, all kinds of bad shit. But I wanted to make sure I got this out, because just in the past couple days I had something happen with a friend is really close to, and I really just felt like this is something that I can do to kind of help give back to people that might not have, because some people don't know what's going on with you. And if you can't reach out to your friends or your family, at least try these methods that I'm going to post in the description below. And just know that you got this, and everything's good. If you're ever feeling bad, just hang in there. Like I said, I'm not trained for any of this kind of thing, but I just feel like a helpful, nice voice is good to hear sometimes. So anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm not going to do the normal outro because this is a more serious video. Thanks for watching. Press the like button if you enjoyed and you support suicide prevention and all the good things that, you know, can come from this type of awareness. So thanks a lot. Have a good day.